good evening, YouTube. This is a Sunday evening, and finally I'm right about that. I finally caught up with the day, I think. I've been up since 7 something. I had to get rolls to take out to Easter dinner, my daughter's house, and so I went down to Walmart and picked those up. And I also, while I was there, I bought this. This is the Rust-Oleum hammered, and this is a paint and primer all in one. And that will be used for this little device here, which is the outer cabinet of the Heat Kit VTVM IM28, I think. I'm going to get all these stickers off, and I'll probably try to get this one back on. It's the serial number of the unit. But I'm just going to spray this side. I'm going to run my sander over it a couple of times to get most of the crap off of it. And like I said, this is that hammered finish, and that's, I don't know if you can see it, but that's, if you turn it around a little bit, you can see the finish on that. That's kind of what I was wanting, so got that. And while I was out, next door to Walmart here in Seymour is Home Depot, so I bought 4 of these. Now these are just plain wood screws. They are number 8s, and they're 2.5 inches long. I think that should be plenty for my monitor stand. I'll probably get on that tomorrow, I hope. One more thing, while I was doing that, everything was fine. I came back home and I left to go out to my daughter's house around 11:30, I guess, and I went out and hit the key, and it turned over a couple times and then started clicking. Whatever that problem is, it has not been fixed. I thought putting water in the battery might fix that, but apparently I think, and I thought all along really it had something to do with the starter more than the battery, but I think it's a bad connection from the battery to the starter, I believe. I had an older, well, it was new at the time, but a van back in 1981. They had the same basic problem. I bought it, and it, you know, I thought I was going to have a bad battery because it would do the same exact thing. It would turn over a couple times and then click. That's all it would do. So I got to tracing that out, and first I cleaned the terminals on the battery. They were good and clean, and I kept tracing it out. Finally, I got down to the starter, and the wire, the big wire, comes from the battery down there. It was just, wasn't even finger tight. It was just the nut had about that much thread showing between that and where it tightens onto the wire clamp, and wasn't even, it was just loose on there. So I could tighten that up. Never had a bit of problem with it again. So I'm hoping it's something like that. I don't really want to have to buy a battery. Batteries are not cheap these days. So anywho, that's that. So got that going on. Just watching a video by Sky Carl on the, I believe he was talking about the sound exciters. He kept saying speakers, but I think they were actually the sound exciters. Those are kind of a neat thing. I watched that same video he referenced in that Tech Industries or whatever it was, and that guy went through a pretty detailed way of finding out which material was the best, and he settled on a couple of different ones. Which one was extruded polystyrene. Now what I found out is this is called XPS, and it's available at places like Home Depot. It's basically an insulation type board, and it's kind of a foam, you know, thicker foam, but it's, you know, closed cell foam, I think is what they call it. But anyway, that's one of the things he said was really good, and they sell those at Walmart, Home Depot for like $5 or $6, I think they are, for about a 2-foot square section of it. And I'm thinking about getting a couple of the exciters and a couple of pieces of that and testing that for myself. Carl can tell you that the video doesn't do justice to how they actually sound, and he was just using plain foam and cardboard. Now you can use that. You can use any surface really. I watched a couple demonstrations from Parts Express, which sell the Dayton exciters, and they're inexpensive really. And I'm thinking about getting a couple of those and that stuff from Home Depot and trying those out. But you know, like I said, your video, the sound on the video is not going to do it justice. It just doesn't, you know, just no way you can do it. I don't know how to tell you other than that. But unless you actually, you know, experience them pretty much live. Now I think the guy at Tech Industry had a much better setup for recording the sound from the speakers, because his sounded really great. I mean, you know, you could just tell they were good sounding speakers. But anyway, that's another thing I'm looking into doing. So I've got these to do tomorrow. I made another order for some more parts. I was wanting these stereo jacks. I think I told you about that. These are not the ones I wanted though. The ones I want are just basically a set of left and right, or left and right, like that, and they're like a longer piece of backing and with 2 holes in it. And I found exactly that on Jamico, or Jamico, whatever they call it, their site, and I went ahead and ordered. I think you had to have, it was a minimum of 10 you had to order, and they were 59 cents a piece, so it was $5.90 for those. But I need at least 2 for that, maybe another one, I'm not really sure. But got those, and then found out you had to have a $15 minimum order, or you had to pay a $5 processing fee. And rather than paying $5 for nothing, I decided I can surely come up with $15 of stuff, and ended up getting the transistors I need for my preamp, for the RF preamp or the hula loop. Got those ordered, and I got some other stuff, and I've done forgot what it was. But anyway, one was the switch. The same amp requires a double pole single throw switch, or double pole double throw switch, I guess, or single pole double throw switch is what it is. Anyway, it's just slide switch and controls on or off on two different things. So that's one of the things I got, and I think I got a 100K pot for this little playing around with this thing. Of course, I've got the pots coming for this, but I think if I put it into a little enclosure or something so I can use it all the time, I think I'll have to have a pot for that. So, phew, that's what I've been doing. Anyway, I'm going to put in a clip here of our little activities today. My great-granddaughter, Lainey, is 3 years old. She had to go looking for the Easter eggs, so I got a little clip of that. Of course, Kylie's in there, and Jordan, my oldest granddaughter, is in there, and out at my daughter and son-in-law's house. So you probably see a lot of different people out there. But anyway, I just want to put that clip in there because I did take it on the camera, did it on the Kodak, the one I'm shooting this with.
I'm making this quick, but it's cold.
What? Oh my goodness! Looky there! Easter Bunny definitely been here.
Hurry, hurry, Lainey, it's cold. Hurry! What? I got one.
Go get that one.
You get the ones in the yard, Lainey, because Kylie's feet are getting wet. You got boots on.
Look here, Papa's got you a bucket.
Here, Papa's got a bucket. Put them in the bucket.
Look.
Right here, baby.
Put yours in the bucket too. Look, I mean, it was in a thing.
Hey.
All right, pick this up. This way.
That's the thing the blue one.
Find some more. Come on, baby. Look, I see some over here.
Let's pick up the pace.
Lane, go ahead.
I don't know, Rose.
Here comes JoJo. 15?
16 and a thing? Yeah. Come on, wait. What's 16 times 3?
Tell your YouTubers I'm good at billboards.
Yeah, Jordan's the Millborn champion. And they'll say, what? Somebody's one under the tree out there nobody's got. Well, got another one.
Now what good does that do? We'll get the ones off Jordan's car too.
Well, let Lady find them. It's kind of neat.
Fun.
Did you see the ones on Mommy's car? Hey, Bug, did you see the ones on Mommy's car?
Oh.
Oh, man. They're all yours, baby. Looky there. Look in the gas cap. Look here. Look here. Well, you got boots on.
Wow. We're really bringing them in now.
Yeah. There's some out here too.
Oh, Mama,
Look here, Mommy got some.
Definitely the coldest Easter I remember.
Yeah, me too.
What about that one out there in the yard?
I remember it being in the 30s with a brisk one.
Yeah.
Maybe the 40s, 50s. Lady?
Lady, right here.
Good. I don't think there's any out that way.
Well, there's something out there. I can't tell what it is.
Oh, is that an egg?
I thought maybe that or dandelion.
I thought that was too. That's got to be the first dandelion in the county.
Well, there's a couple
First
more.
dandelion in the county right there. Funny.
It's a blue one.
All done, babe.
All right.
Good job.
Sounds good, Brittany. Let's go. What?
Wow.
What'd she do? Put one in the
Yeah,
tree?
there's one in the tree still.
That's one of Kylie's hiding things, I bet you. Ready to go in?
You ready to go in?
All right.
All
Take
done.
them in.
Oop. Everybody's going this way, I guess. I guess I can turn this off now, huh? So, I'm going to leave you guys with that, and I hope you all had a great Easter. I know I did. I ate too much, but that's just part of the game on holidays. You know how that works. But, and I had to joke with Ron C. I was sitting there after they dropped me off. I couldn't even get out there. I had to get my granddaughter to pick me up to go out there because my car wouldn't start. So anyway, my daughter and son-in-law dropped me off, and then I came in the house, and I had turned the heat down before I left because I figured there's no sense in heating an empty house once the grandson was at work. So I turned that back up. I got my heated throw that I'd gotten for Christmas in my nice comfy chair and started watching videos to catch up with videos. And lo and behold, about the time Ron C's video came on, I was out. I told him I did, but like I said, I rewatched it. But like I said, it's just something about having a full stomach and being warm, and having somebody talk to you in a voice, where as far as they keep talking, nobody else is talking but them. It's just something that does that to me. I watch Jim Lindeness do the same thing all the time. But anyway, so I did get a little nap, and so I hope it doesn't keep me up tonight. So you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you.
That's all, folks.